Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So it's springtime here on the East Coast. The flowers are blooming, the trees are actually getting to be in full bloom. But the forecast for the next week is going to be showers. So to me, that's always the perfect time, and actually the only time to declutter, to spring clean, and also to get organized. Those of you that know me, I guess I call it rainy day decluttering, because on a beautiful sunny day, you're not going to find me inside doing that kind of thing unless I'm highly motivated. So today, I just want to talk to you about, how to declutter, how to spring clean, and how to get organized. So the first thing is to declutter first and then organize. Too often, decluttering and organizing are thought to be one and the same, but they're really not. Decluttering is getting rid of items that you no longer want, need, or use. And organizing, on the other hand, is storing what you need, use, and want so that you can find them when you want them. So number 2 is to know why you want to declutter, get organized, and spring clean. So why does that matter so much to you? Knowing your why will serve as a reminder that will motivate you when you get stuck, and we all do. And you may not be an empty nester or just ready yet, but in a few years, if you do want to start decluttering now, it'll be easier when and if you choose to downsize. Meanwhile, you'll just enjoy less clutter and more of an organized home. And if you are retiring and downsizing to a smaller, more manageable home, you're going to have to get rid of some of the stuff anyway, so it won't overcrowd your new, smaller home. And if you're getting older, you don't want to leave it all to have, to your kids to have to manage after they're gone. That's a really good reason to start decluttering now. And also, if you're just tired of living that cluttered life, which so many people are, I hear from them every single day, you're just fed up with all the messes and everything else. So you long, for that home office to be clutter-free, where it's calm, it's peaceful and happy, and you know where everything is. And you long for that in your home. And, just generally speaking, you want it to be more peaceful. And then the third way to start decluttering, spring cleaning, and getting organized is to set yourself up for success. So prepare for that journey to be somewhat physical, for sure physical and emotional, because there are going to be challenges ahead. So set realistic weekly goals and know what your bandwidth is. If you get stuck, don't feel bad. Just go ahead and stop for a little while and then get started later on. Know what decluttering method works best for you in the past and which ones didn't. So for me, the burst method, setting that timer, is always motivating to me because I love hearing the ding at the end when I'm supposed to be done. And then commit to your decluttering project by taking consistent actions each week until that mission is completed. And expect to succeed. Keep visualizing your end game, your new life that's decluttered, organized, and also nice and clean. And number 4, create a 90-day plan. This is for a longer-term project, and strategy with weekly milestones. Decluttering and organizing or downsizing, it all takes time. And depending on the size and the scope of your project, it could take a few weeks, a few months, or even a year. It's far easier to visualize and succeed at a large, overwhelming project when it's broken down into smaller, more manageable goals. But setting your sights on what you would like to accomplish in 90 days, you'll likely remain motivated to continue into that next phase if it's needed. And when your goals are clear, specific, and measurable, the weekly ones, you will have that constant reminder of how far you've come so that you can celebrate that. And then number 5, and those of you who know me, if I'm not having fun, I really probably don't want to do it. So make decluttering and organizing fun, and also make new memories as you go. So maybe you want to create a team of family and friends to help you each week. keep you moving forward and holding you accountable. It's much easier and much more fun when you share with people, share your project with people that, care about your journey. And of course, if you volunteer to reciprocate on the other side. So when I was downsizing my big home, I did enlist the help of my family and a few very special friends. And week by week, we would, get together for a couple of hours and do some work, get some decluttering done, get them delivered to the donation site, get them trashed, get them organized and put away. But then we would also end the day with just a party of sorts with wine and food, and just have fun and talk about some of the funny things, the sad things, the memorable things that happened along the way. So that made decluttering fun for me. So my personal favorite method of decluttering is that burst method, as I shared with you. And I like 50-minute increments. I don't know why. It's almost an hour, and then have a 10-minute break, and then maybe continue. So it's amazing how much you can accomplish, when you're highly intentional and you're kind of laser focused for those short periods of time. And remember, if you share your goals with your team and review, with them the weekly progress, it just makes everybody feel better that you've made some progress. And then number 6 is to remember that this is a journey, and that you are human, and you want to declutter and get organized, and yes, you do have goals and a plan and a timeline, but yes, you are human. So life will get in the way for sure. You'll get off track. You'll want to quit. And also there are going to be things that will just stop you from staying on that schedule. So just continue to look at your goals, remind yourself of how far you've come, remind yourself of why this all matters so much to you, and ask yourself, what is it going to feel like when you're finally living that simpler, less cluttered life, one that's more organized, and in the spring, that it's nice and clean now. So to help you get started, I have so many free resources on my website, and you might want to go to designservicesltd.com. One of them is the ABCs of downsizing, and then there's how to get rid of sentimental items. So visit my website, and also if you have any questions, email me at ritawilkins@ritawilkins.com. I hope this helps, and good luck, and wait for that rainy day and get your project started.